some lumber. Okay guys, this is the wall we're gonna be working on. We're gonna be doing the board and batten walls right here. Trying to do a focal point wall. So I'm hoping it'll turn out pretty. My husband's outside making the cuts, and then we're gonna get to installing it. Can't wait. Can't wait. Getting ready to install, and we're dragging a little bit of liquid nails here down the board, and then we're gonna nail it into the wall. Easy peasy. All right, so this is what we have so far. Sorry about the lighting. We've got another rainy, dreary, dark day. So next, we're cutting another piece for up there, but we're not doing one down there since we already have trim. So we're framing out the sides and the top, and then we'll go from there. Got the liquid nails on this board, and now we're gonna hang that up top. So this is what it looks like now. And now we're gonna plan out how we wanna design it. Stay tuned. All right, so we've decided to put that there. So we're gonna put the nail glue on and get it nailed into the wall, and then we're gonna start doing the vertical slats. Liquid nails on the end since it's gonna butt up against that one. All right, so we just measured and marked out on the wall where we want our next boards to go. And it's okay that we wrote on the wall because this is all gonna get a fresh coat of white paint. So my husband's doing the cuts out in the garage, and we'll be installing those in just a second. All right, so my husband cut the boards, and he just sat them in there to see if they fit properly, and they do. So now we can put the liquid nails on and then get those nailed in. It's looking good, it's looking good, I love it. So once we got the liquid nails on, we're checking to make sure everything's level before we hit it with the nail gun. So that's very important. So now we're measuring out the bottom boards and how those are going to fit in there so we can go make our cuts. so this is what we have. Trying to decide if we want to add more slats or not. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Now he's going in with the silicone and filling these little holes, so you won't see them. You let that dry, and a real quick tip is you dampen your sponge once you get this on here and just run it over very gently, and it makes it nice and smooth. And you can see he's run a nice bead of the silicone down the sides of the board. So, you know, the wall and the boards are never perfectly even, so you're always going to have a little gap here and there. And this does the trick. And then when I go in to paint this tomorrow morning, it'll be easy peasy. Oh, and one other tip. Right up here where you can see where he has filled in with the silicone where the little nails are from the nail gun, when you use the sponge and you go over it, that makes it nice and smooth, pardon me, so you don't have to sand afterwards. So it's really a great tip. Sending out a big thank you to my hubby for doing this on Mother's Day, and he did it super, super fast, and it looks amazing. I love it. And tomorrow morning when I get up and I get my coffee, I'm gonna roll my sleeves up and get this all painted white. It's gonna look amazing. I love it. Also too, we decided not to add more, you know, board slats. We just decided to keep it, sometimes less is more, something I always need to learn, because I was like, oh, I want to add some more up top. But we've decided to leave it as is, and with the fresh coat of white paint, it's gonna look really good. We also are debating about whether or not to extend the detail to the top part there. I think that would look super, super good. So I'm gonna hold off for now, but it is something I'm probably gonna do. And so anyway, loving this. Excuse all the furniture and fallout onto the hardwood floors, but decorating and creating can be messy, but so worth it, so worth it. Hi guys, happy Monday. Well, today is day 2 for the Board Batten Wall. And what I'm gonna be doing is a little bit of sanding. Last night when I said use your sponge tip, we didn't. It got late and we went into the kitchen to make dinner and totally forgot about it. So now it's gonna require some sanding. So I need to sand, and then I'm ready to paint. And I'm probably gonna be doing 2 or 3 coats. Easy peasy. And this is gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. Stay tuned. All right, getting started. Here's the wall. And we've got like a moving blanket here. I'm gonna throw that down on the ground to protect the hardwoods from splattered paint. And then we'll go to step 2. All right, blanket is down. And now I'm ready to get sanding. You can see where we puttied up here. I need to sand all these places so it's nice and smooth. And then, so you can see where it was kind of uneven. So we tried to fill that in, and now I need to sand it really good. All right, let's get doing this. Now to sand, you've got 2 options. You can use one of these like block sanders or one of these. What would you choose? I think I'm gonna go with this one. Look at all this dust. Anyway, I think I'm gonna use this one. It will be far faster. All right, let's do this. This is gonna make a mess. Oh boy. it is taking a little bit of the paint off. It doesn't matter because I got a primer I can use. And I'm gonna do several coats, so I really don't care. But actually getting these painted or primed in white saves you time. So I highly recommend it. So now I'm gonna give this a good wipe down with a damp sponge or paper towel, just to make sure I get all the, all the dust and stuff off. And then I'm ready to paint. Let's do this. Let's do this. So actually I've decided to use just a damp paper towel, and I'm basically going in just to make sure I get all the dust off. Because you don't want that sticking on there and then giving you a, a yucky look. Easy peasy. This won't take too long. So guys, I'm getting ready to paint here, and this is all my supplies. I'm gonna go in with HGTV Home, Sherwin-Williams, 1 coat coverage guaranteed in white, and I'm doing a semi-gloss. Let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna get to pouring this in the tray. Putting this on, super easy. Done. All right, guys, I am a painted mess. And I did about, 2, 3 coats. And I may do one more. I may not need it, but I'm letting it dry, and then I'll step back and assess the situation, and I may do another one. But yeah, I like it. I love, love, love it. Love it. It brightens it up in here. It makes this wall that was otherwise boring a focal point. And now I just can't wait to decorate it. You guys may remember I had that black hutch that I found at that antique store. I think people were referring to it as a baker's hutch or something like that. And now that I've done this wall, I don't know that I want to cover it because it's so pretty. So I may have to find another place for it, or I may move it back, or may paint it white. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. So anyway, let me take the camera down and I'll give you a close-up, and then we'll close this video out. All right, guys. Loving it. Before I close this out, I was thinking of my wreath in the other room that I just got, and I'm like, how pretty would that look on that wall with a pretty table underneath it, with a lamp and a huge hurricane lamp full of sand and seashells and a beautiful candle flickering by the side, maybe a sailboat, I don't know. But wheels are turning. They're turning. All right, guys, that wraps up my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you try it. If you have a boring wall in your house and you're like, what could I do with it to jazz it up and give it some oomph? Do this, or you could do a shiplap or whatever, but this is way easier to do than shiplap. So, and I think it gives it a really updated, fun look. And also too, if you have a room in your house, I did this in my other house, I did this kind of wall, And then I went to Hobby Lobby and I got really pretty hooks. And then if I had done a big board across this way, I could have tapped in with hooks, or I could have done them down below. So that's another idea, and that's super easy to do, and I'll probably be doing that in my mudroom for summer. So stay tuned for that. Fingers crossed. So anyway, that's it, guys. All right, guys, that'll do it for me today. I'll see you Wednesday. Love you guys. Another rainy day.